Want a real estate market update? Let's go over the June real estate market update for Thurston County. Hi, I'm Charlotte, your Thurston County real estate broker. Stay tuned to the end to find out more about getting my free buyer or seller guides to help you go from overwhelmed to relaxed in the buyer or seller process. The monthly data that I cover is for residential single-family homes, and the first thing we cover every time is the price, both median sales price and average sales price. So June 2023 ended with a median sales price of $515,000, which was down 1.9% from June of 2022. And the average sales price ended at $554,366, which was down 3.5%. Now, these numbers are year over year, which means we're comparing this same time last year. So June 2023 to June 2022. If you caught my previous video on median sales price, you know that this number doesn't mean much right now. You can check out that video here. This is the thing. This number is used to compare prices from year over year, and a lot of reports are using this number and saying that home prices have gone down, they've decreased. And here's why that's problematic. Basically, the median number is where half sold for less and half sold for more. So when interest rates were lower, buyers could afford a higher priced home and were purchasing them. So there were more higher priced homes in that bucket, let's say. So the median was going to be higher. However, now that the interest rates are higher, the price that that same buyer can afford has gone down. So more homes are selling at a lower price. This does not mean the price of a home has gone down. It means that the price a buyer can afford has gone down. I think it's a bit more telling when we're looking at these numbers month over month when the interest rate isn't as volatile, but still we need to be careful when we're looking at this number and determining that house values have gone down. Let's look at January through May 2023 to kind of see which direction we're headed. So January 2023, median sales price was $475,000. February median sales price was $487,000, which was up 2.5% over January. Now March median sales price was $500,000, up 2.7% over February. The April median sales price was $499,975, and that was a small dip of $25 from March, so basically on par. And May brought us right back up to $500,000. And of course, here in June, we're at $515,000, which is a full 3% increase from May. I think that's what's getting lost in the reports about the real estate market right now. So I'll still report on this number, but we need to look at it in terms of what buyers can afford and the price points of houses that are selling versus the overall price of homes. Now, this is a similar story for the average sales price. The average is taking up the sum of all that's sold and then dividing it by the total number of units that sold. But again, if there are a lot of lower priced homes in the mix, that average is going to come down. So what does this mean? Well, we keep looking and tracking these numbers, but other numbers that we track will be more telling on what's actually going on in the market. I'll explain more in a moment, but let's take a look at that average sales price trend. So January was $507,614, and February was $522,683, which was up 3% over January. And March was $542,081, which was up 3.7% from February. And April was $537,975, which was down that 0.8% from March. May was $556,357, which was up 3.4% from April. And June was actually down 0.4% from May at $554,366, which is about $2,000 of a difference. But again, these numbers will be skewed by what buyers can afford and at what price point is actually selling. So if it's a lower price point, it's gonna be a lower average. Let's talk about new listings. New listings in June 2023 were 471, which was down 35.7% year over year. But it's an increase of 5.8% from May of 2023. While we definitely saw an increase from the winter's months in early spring, we did see a small slowdown in April, and June had the most new listings of all year. We're still seeing increased buyer traffic. The bottom line is that people still need to move for various reasons, and the interest rates aren't really stopping people. I encourage you, if you have had any thoughts of selling at all, reach out and find out the information on what you could actually list your home for and what your equity is that you would walk away with, and what the expectations are for your price point. You don't have to move forward with selling if you aren't ready, but you do yourself a disservice if you don't find out what you need to in order to make an informed decision. Now, I encourage every homeowner to get a yearly professional equity assessment report similar to a CMA or a comparative market analysis on your home, just like you would get your free credit reports each year so that you can monitor your credit report. You want to monitor your largest financial asset. so grab your free professional equity assessment report. Pending homes for June 2023 were 372, which was down 17.3% from the previous June. This is actually a decrease from May of 4.9%. Homes closed generally represents the activity from 30 to 60 days previous. This is because homes generally are under contract for about 30 to 60 days, depending on contracts, loan programs, etc. For June 2023, homes closed was 378. This was down 26.6% from June of 2022. Homes closed have increased almost every month since the beginning of the year, with a dip in April. And June was no different, with a 26.4% increase from May. Inventory. Inventory number is a snapshot. It's done on the last day of the month. There were 410 homes in June of 2023, which was down 35.7% when compared to June of 2022. I love looking at days on market. This number shows how long inventory is staying on the market before it goes under contract. We have seen this number decrease since January, February, so when I say we're at 20 days and it's 100% increase from June of 2022, don't be freaked out. This is actually a consistent decrease since early this year. So inventory isn't sticking around on the market as long, and it's continually lowering. So we're continuing to see homes go under contract more quickly. If they're priced well and they show well and they're in a good price point, well, they're just not hanging out. Percent of list price received. This means what price did the homes go under contract at compared to what they were listed for. So 100% means that the offer on the home was exactly what it was listed at. So a home that was listed at $400,000 and the offer to purchase a home was also at $400,000. When people were offering thousands of dollars above asking, that percentage was gonna be over 100%. And in June, that percentage was 101.2%, which was down 1.4% over June of 2022, but was the same as May of this year. This chart shows the trend for percent list price received from January. You can see that the percent has increased consistently. And this is showing that we are definitely seeing over asking offers and multiple offers in a lot of the price points. So I think a lot of these numbers are actually showing that they're actually proving that there are still buyers out there buying. They're paying above asking, which means they're likely in multiple offers. The days on market is coming down. So we're seeing a lot of these metrics that are just proving that the market is happening. It is increased. There's a lot of activity. It's happening. And I've covered this before, but before I move on, I want to go into this in a little bit more detail. We have steadily seen the days on market go down, which means that homes just are not staying on the market as long. They're staying on the market for less and less time before they go under contract. And we're also seeing the percent of list price received increase. So overall, this continues to show that buyers are out there and they are wanting to buy despite that original, large fear of that increase in interest rates. Buyers are out there and they are definitely buying. Month supply of inventory. This number is used to determine whether it's a seller's market or buyer's market or a neutral market. A seller's market is 0 to 3 months, neutral is 4 to 6, and above a 6 is a buyer's market. To find out the month's supply of inventory, typically it's calculated by taking a rolling average number of homes that have sold in the last 12 months, and you divide that by 12. This gives you the average number of homes that have sold per month. Then you take the current inventory number and divide it by that average number of homes that sold per month, and that's going to give you the month's supply of inventory that we have. We currently have 1.3 months of inventory. Now this is an increase of 7.1% from June of 2022. And in January, we were at 1 month. February, we had 0.8 months of inventory. March and April were both at 0.9. May was at 1 month, and June is at 1.3. So we're at the highest of the year, and we're definitely still firmly planted in a seller's market. And as I have said many times before, we will probably hover around this area for a while. We still have a shortage of housing, and we likely will for several years to come. If you're thinking about selling, in addition to getting that professional equity assessment report, you can also click the link in the description below to get my seller's guide. It's free and it has over 30 pages of really valuable information about getting your home ready for sale and getting your home sold and kind of the process and making sure that you're doing this and getting the most money possible and selling it as fast as possible. So click the link and download it. And as a home buyer, it's getting harder for you. We're seeing this data and it's definitely showing that while things did slow down, it's definitely increased. You're seeing that competition out there right now. And we're, like I said, seeing multiple offers on homes, not all properties, but ones that show well and are priced well and are at a good price point. So if you are considering buying, grab my buyer's guide to help guide you through that process and kind of take you from feeling overwhelmed to really being confident about this whole process and getting you to a place where you can confidently close on your new home. What do you think about the current market? Have any questions? Reach out, I'd love to help. As always, I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.